Hello, my name is Justin. I'm just gonna talk about some Roller Champions because I haven't uploaded a video on Roller Champions. You'd think for somebody that played the game a lot, they would probably talk about it a lot more, but I'm lazy when it comes to YouTube. Don't judge me. If you saw it the other day, I was on a Twitch podcast where I sat around for about an hour and talked about Roller Champions, my experience with the game, my thoughts and opinions, but I really wanted to dive deep into my thoughts and opinions. The year is 2029, roller arenas are built all over the world, and fans come to admire their modern-day heroes, the Roller Champions. The rules of the game are quite simple: skate around a counterclockwise track, throw the ball into the goal. 1 lap is 1 point, 2 laps is 3 points, and 3 laps is a grand slam of 5 points, which grants you a win, as the 5 points is the score limit for the game. However, that didn't stop anybody from ignoring the tutorial and going the wrong way. The match is 7 minutes long, and if the game is tied, it goes into overtime until the 10-minute mark, where the match is declared a draw, and nobody wins. I don't know. Aside from that, the general gameplay of the game is super fun. It's an absolute blast. I played all 4 days of the pre-alpha. I played 24 hours on the final day. That's 10 a.m. Until 10 a.m. the next morning. You guessed it. I don't know why I explained that. I was super exhausted, but I was actually really surprised to be on the leaderboards. I really didn't think I was going to make it, and I actually quit playing Rocket League entirely since the pre-alpha came out in June to dedicate all of my time to Roller Champions, not only from a competitive scene, but just as an overall, this is what I want to do, this is what I want to play. I don't want to play anything else. Give me the game, please. This whole game is just Rocket League in a new, fresh way. And if you've been playing Rocket League for as long as I have, since day one, 2015, you kind of get all of the same feelings and all of the same emotions that you had when you first started playing Rocket League. But after 4 years of playing it, the idea that no two matches are alike is just a load of from the back of the game's cover. Matches against most players were kind of easy, to be honest, and I'll kind of get into that a little bit later and talk about why 5 points might be too low of a score limit. But matches against other leaderboard players and other top players of the pre-alpha were so intense. Hopefully I have video of that. If so, I'll totally share some gameplay, because I know a lot of gameplay videos on YouTube right now are pretty basic. I want to share some video of what it looks like when somebody knows what they're doing, because that's where the game really shines, is with all of these advanced mechanics. The game got super exciting when you learned how to jump up the walls and start going crazy speeds and start playing at a super fast pace. It really made you feel like this game was meant for esports. As far as esports goes, I kind of think 5 points is too low of a score limit. I scored 5-point goals maybe 50 seconds into a round. Of course, in a professional match it would happen way less. But would that one 5-point goal be enough to keep the viewers excited and entertained? To some, yes. In my opinion, it wouldn't. If that's the way it's going to be, I'll try my hardest for the flashiest goals to make it worth everyone's time. But I'd really like to see how the match heats up after the team is up 5-0. I'd really like to see what happens after. What happens after 10 minutes? A draw. Can't really go into much detail. Just can't be that way. You can't have an esports match end in a draw. It doesn't work. Indefinite overtime, please. Map rotation is weird, to say the least. Basically, you had this thing in the game called fans, and they were the same thing as XP points, with the max cap being 3,000 fans. When you hit 3,000, you got to play Mexico Arena. It was a really cool map, really cool lighting, and it just overall designed really well. But there was another map called Acapulco, which seemed to show up much less after you hit 3,000 fans. It was almost like Mexico Arena was for the higher skilled players, the big league. I liked Acapulco way more, and was really upset whenever I started getting much better that I was pretty much stuck to this Mexico Arena map. It's a great map, but I like a little bit of everything. Totally random map rotation with no skill requirements would be awesome. I would much rather have skill-based matchmaking than map-based matchmaking, if that makes any sense. Once again, it's pre-alpha, and I'm just stating these things so it's known. If nobody said it, at least I did. With all that out of the way, I'm sure I probably skimmed over a bunch of things and didn't give my full opinion, and blah, 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 but nobody's talking about Roller Champions. I want to talk about Roller Champions. The game is going to be free in 2020, and hopefully we get a much longer play test than we had last time. I really hope it doesn't show up randomly and out of nowhere and drive us all to try to change our schedules to play the game. If you're watching and you're in control of that, give us some sort of notice. You know, I'm going to call off work regardless, but at least I can request off and I can make an excuse to be off work so I don't sound lazy and just stop coming to work to play the game. I want to start pushing out Roller Champions content, but I still have a lot of personal opinions around how I want to do content and how I want to deliver content. So for now, I'm way better at typing than I am at talking. So if you want other Roller Champions related news, you can check out my Discord for Roller Champions. It's one of the largest servers for Roller Champions discussion, and there's plenty of other top players to talk to. If you feel like supporting me at all, you see it all the time. You see G Fuel, you see Rogue Energy, whatever, get that out of my face. Mixed energy is the best. You have to try it for yourself. It totally kicked my energy drink habit, and I drink mixed energy every day now if I can. And I wouldn't just say that because I'm sponsored. I say that because I have tubs of this stuff, and I absolutely love it. It's totally worth the money, and it's totally worth your time. If you don't want to try it, that's cool. I totally understand. If you like G Fuel better, but I get it. Do what you want. That's really all I got for now. If you also want to talk about Roller Champions, you can comment down below, and I will totally talk about the game. If you want to hang out in my Discord, you're free to do so. If you don't, there's no hard feelings. That's about it. Have a nice day. Wow. I need a better outro. I'm bad at this.